Erik, how do you think the defense did today, just in today's workout?
Today's workout, I thought the offense got up a little bit early, and then we made a nice comeback. The guys kind of huddled themselves together and got the energy up, and then we started flying around. And we finished practice really, really strong, and I think we're moving in the right direction.
Coach, what was it like? What's it been like having Coach DeWayne back on the field?
Yeah, it's great. Anytime he gets to be back out there with us, kind of brings a smile to my face, and I know the kids really enjoy it too, and they love seeing him out there. And he's trying to do what he can do, and the most important thing for right now for him is to get healthy and take care of his family. But we love it when he comes out here, so I'm glad his wife lets him come for a few hours.
Does that give you guys a lift in practice?
Absolutely. We go out there and see him. You know, especially we come down from the meeting room. If he doesn't tell us he's going to be here, and all of a sudden he comes out there, everybody's spirits are pretty high. So.
Erik, what do you recall from your second spring at UCF when you guys were about to take off? What were some signs then that you saw that good things were coming, and how does that compare with what you've seen this week?
Yeah, some of the same things. I mean, it's just, you know, even talking to some of the parents down there today, they noticed it, you know, too. It's faster paced, it's cleaner. The guys know how to practice. They know how to transition from drill to drill. We almost don't have to tell them. And I don't know how to put this, the stamina maybe is better. It was hard first for these kids to get through practice the way we wanted them to, the tempo that we wanted, the individual transition to 7-on, transition to team, and let's go, go, go. And this year they're easily doing it. So I think the strength conditioning has a huge part in that with Coach Duval, and also just being in the second year, used to it, your body's used to it, your mind's used to it. So I think the tempo of practice is the most impressive thing right now.
What's impressed you by your defensive line early on?
Defensive line early on, I think Coach Tui's done a great job with those guys. It's a deep group right now, you know, with the Davis brothers and Stilly coming back, and now the two Daniels brothers, the addition to him and Deshaun, and there's just a ton of guys. But I really like the violence they're playing with up front, and they're really running to the football right now. Same thing with those guys, right? Like they're getting used to, last year it was getting used to the calls, the different fronts. What mode am I in? Am I in 2-gap? Am I in 1-gap? Am I penetrating up the field? Am I trying to build a wall? Is it time to rush the passer by the call? What is the call telling me to do? And those guys are kind of in and out with ease right now with another year in the system, so they've been pretty impressive so far.
Coach, when it comes to Darian specifically, what do you think he's brought to the line that maybe wasn't present last year?
I think he's brought some experience. He's brought some leadership. He's not afraid to speak his mind, and he does it in a proper manner. He's not trying to be the guy that comes in here and I'm going to run this team right away. But those guys, by the way that he works in the offseason, by the way that he drills, by the way he runs to the ball in practice, those guys are naturally starting to listen and follow along with him. So I think another leadership piece and another experienced guy has been huge for him.
Is there any one or two things that really just stood out early in spring ball from your unit that maybe you didn't even expect?
Probably the I don't know if it's not expecting, but probably the speed to the football, getting guys to the football, and then creating some turnovers early that we hadn't created last year. The DBs are doing a good job of getting some interceptions, doing a good job of getting the ball out, and the guys are doing a really good job rushing the passer right now too. So I don't know if it's unexpected, but those are very pleasant things to see right away.
Back to Darian, is his presence, have you noticed, is it helping you, Daniel?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only now do you have another guy, he's helping everybody, but when it's your brother and you're around him a lot and you can kind of see, hey, this guy's a pretty good player and he's done it before, maybe I really should start doing it like that, I think that's a huge factor for him.
What does developing that defensive line help you in your defensive schemes? How much, if you can establish that defensive line, I guess, early on, how does that help you in your defensive schemes?
Yeah, well, I think the game is won up front on both sides of the football. When that defensive line knocks people in the backfield and that ball's got to spit around, it's a lot easier for those linebackers to stay clean and make tackles. Also, it's easier for the DBs, even though they're doing a great job right now. Some of those balls are coming out pretty hot because those guys are pushing the pocket pretty good right now. So I think that helps in the run and it helps in the pass. When you're good up front, it helps everybody do your job.
We kind of saw Deontay Williams in really limited roles last year. What's different from him at the end of last season to where he is now?
The difference for him right now is he always played with speed and violence. The difference for him right now is he really understands what we want to get done. It's not just renegade football. It's not intramural football right now anymore. It's running stuff within the scheme of the defense, playing within the scheme of the defense, but still playing with that same violence and intensity that he had when he kind of didn't know what he was doing.
That outside linebacker group, who's maybe kind of stepped up as a leader in that unit, who's really impressed here so far?
I mean, I think leaders in that unit, obviously, Ferg and Ace are probably, leading that, and then JoJo Doman's been very impressive. Those three have been really impressive. You got Breon Dixon can do some things. He's got a good skill set, and Garrett Nelson, young guys come along pretty good. All those guys are playing really good. We moved Ryan Schomer out to that position, and he's given us some things that some of the, JoJo and Breon are better space guys, and off the edge, he can set the edge and bang around on people. So I think that group as a whole has got some interesting pieces right now. We just need to kind of bring everybody's deficiencies up.
You mentioned getting after the passer better. Is that a lot of that coming from that outside backer?
They're rushing the passer a lot better, and they're kind of understanding pass rush. I think last year it was kind of let's try to line up and let's try to run fast around somebody, and that's not pass rush unless you're one of those guys that can't get touched. So I think they understand right now what they need to get done, what the offensive line is presenting them with, what their width has to do with the set of the tackle, all those type of things. I think they're starting to click a little bit, so they're able to rush the passer a little better.
Anything else?
Any of the
last one?
JoJo, where is he being used primarily?
Well, right now, I've been playing him all over. In base, he's been playing a real outside linebacker. He's been playing some nickel. He hasn't been playing as much safety. But JoJo is a really talented young guy, and he could play a lot of positions, and he needs to get on the football field for us. So I've got to cross-train him a little bit because, I've never wanted to say, well, he's going to be the second best but he's one of the best 11, so let's keep him on the bench. So let's train him at a bunch of different jobs, and let's see who else rises to the occasion, and we can move him around. I feel confident that he knows what he's doing. He's got a big skill set.